My name is Nathan Veenhof, and I am completing my BA in Health and Community Services at the University of Victoria in the School of Public Health and Social Policy. I've chosen my area of focus to be people of disabilities. As a student living with disabilities, this is an area of passion for me, and in particular, working with children is an area of passion. My practicum was at Footholds Therapy Center and was based around sensory needs and self-advocacy. I would like to begin my presentation with a territory acknowledgement. I am an uninvited guest living on Turtle Island. I would like to acknowledge that my higher education has been provided and received on the traditional territories of the Coast Salish peoples on what is commonly known as Vancouver Island. I would like to acknowledge that the majority of my higher education was received in the unceded traditional territories of the Wasanic and Lekwungen peoples in the area known as Greater Victoria. I would like to acknowledge that my final year of higher education and my practicum have been completed on the traditional territories of the Snuneymuxw people, and that I currently reside as an uninvited guest in the area traditionally known as Stilnup, and more commonly known as Nanaimo. I would like to acknowledge that my degree will be granted by an institution housed on the unceded traditional territories of the Wasanic and Lekwungen people. I would like to also acknowledge that the wrongs of past and current colonization practices have impacted and continue to impact Indigenous peoples around the world, as well as subpopulations globally, including queer people and people who live with disabilities. As a student of disability studies and a person with disabilities, I would like to acknowledge that colonization has been a key disabling factor in people's lives, especially for people who live with cognitive disabilities. It is the work of us as we move forward to make the changes needed to recognize and reconcile for past wrongdoings and to move forward in a healthy, integrated, and cooperative manner. My practicum placement was at Footholds Therapy Center in Nanaimo, BC. Footholds is an integrated therapy and education center mandated to combine clinical judgment with compassionate care to create a therapeutic environment where goals are realized. Footholds specializes in working with children with developmental disabilities, including children with autism, fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, Down syndrome, and more. The therapy program is primarily behavioral intervention with the support of certified therapy professionals, including occupational and speech-language therapists. The education program has very low ratio classrooms for K-12 students who have significant additional needs and to receive their standard education in a supportive setting. For my practicum, I was placed in the education program and given the opportunity to shadow in several classrooms with behavioral interventionists. Through this, I identified my project and created a curriculum program around sensory needs and self-advocacy. This program draws on the ideas that sensory regulation happens before emotional regulation, and that self-advocacy is key in the foundation for healthy communication. These are two key components of healthy living and are core to effective education for children with disabilities. This also draws on the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's call to action number 7, which calls us to create a joint strategy to eliminate education and employment gaps between Indigenous and non-Indigenous peoples, recognizing that gaps occur at similar rates for people who live with disabilities. The curriculum I created is titled Sense as I Say and focuses on those two areas of sensory needs and self-advocacy. The curriculum is targeted for children in kindergarten through grade 5 and draws on Ministry of Education learning objectives, but can easily be adjusted to meet the needs of older students. Sense as I Say covers a range of topics over the course of 10 lesson plans and is intended to be fun, interactive, and very self-reflective. Throughout the curriculum, students engage with various games and worksheets that I created specifically for this project, as well as a sensory survey, the likes of which has never been seen before. At the end of the curriculum, students will have a solid toolkit of skills and self-knowledge about their sensory needs and what they can do to make sure that they have the best chance of success in life. Throughout my practicum, I was given additional opportunities to develop my skills in various ways. I was given the opportunity to teach the first 2 lessons of my curriculum program in 3 different classrooms. As part of shadowing with several behavioral interventionists, I was given the opportunity to playtest some of the games I created for Sense As I Say. My practicum supervisor invited me to begin doing sensory surveys with students in the education program, which were later included in those students' files, shared with their teachers, and shared with their families to enhance the understanding of those students' individual needs. My practicum allowed me to build connections with peers who have similar interests and who live in the same area I do, and to connect with people who will be able to mentor me towards my career goals. The chance I received to create the Sense As I Say curriculum allowed me to create something that will be able to be published in the near future. It also gave me the chance to create my own set of resources, which is extremely useful to anyone who is looking towards working directly with clients in the disability sector. All this to say that my practicum has set me up with a strong foundation for my career. To bring us to a conclusion, I cannot begin to express my appreciation for all those who have helped me on my long journey to a degree. I am grateful to my family who has been there the whole time, all of the friends I have had who have come in and out of my life at various points, and my husband who has supported me in these last 4 years of struggle. I want to thank everyone at the University of Victoria, in particular the School of Public Health and Social Policy, and Natalie Franzen, who have supported my final few years of academia and helped me navigate so many additional challenges that have cropped up. I also want to express deep appreciation to Shauna Sukharoff, my practicum supervisor, and all the administrative staff, teachers, behavioral interventionists, and lead interventionists at Footholds, who not only saw me for who I was and respected my lived experiences, but also gave me chances to grow and learn that I could not have imagined possible, as well as seeking my lived experience to deepen their understanding of our clients. This small gesture does not begin to express how deeply thankful I am to all those who have helped me get to where I am today and to grow and learn so successfully. Thank you.